Hey guys, it's Stephen Chun, your event director, host, and MC for the 10th Annual Asians on Film Festival of Shorts. If you have not yet, please like, please subscribe, and enjoy the 68 films that we have this season. And also special for this season is our 10th anniversary. So we have an archive of previous award-winning films, previous interviews. We also are going to have this interview that will be uploaded onto our website. So thank you again for your support for Asians on Film. Joined here, we have the director as well as the editor from PUA Warriors. This is Sophia and Alexis. Hey guys, thanks for joining.
Hi.
Hey, thanks for having us.
Absolutely. So talk to me about what can people expect after watching your film. Sophia, go ahead.
Well, they can expect to have a fun experience, to see a bit of Hawaii Island. Like the setting of the film is set on Ali'i Drive, which is a specific road on Kailua Kona. So you get kind of like a little taste of the Big Island, as well as a little bit more awareness of the different flowers that we have here that are coincidentally also endangered. That was on purpose, actually.
Okay. And are you there right now on this call, exactly where it was based out of?
Yeah, the road is just a little ways down.
No kidding. How fun. So obviously that's your inspiration. That is why you decided to choose that location. But tell me about how you transposed it from what's outside your window to the animation stage.
Okay. In regards to backgrounds, we had our background artists do basically all of that. Alex here 3D modeled the street from like the photos that I took along the whole way. So that's how that was situated. And then as for incorporating it into the story, as soon as I had the idea, like I had the girls, I had like the basic plot, I chose specifically that street because I really wanted to make one based in Hawaii, and this is just a really recognizable road here on the Big Island.
And you also voiced one of the girls. Was it Ayaka?
Yes.
How was that like, not only directing and being in charge of the film, but also voicing it? Not necessarily, I mean, you voice acted, but not necessarily acting like you would on a set. But how was that like, being the voiceover as well?
It's not something I'm used to doing. We were able to do recording at the Melee Studios at, I believe, HCC, which was really cool. It was like an actual recording booth we could be in, working with some recording students. And it just gives me a lot more respect for people that do this for their job.
Well, you did a really good job. So, Alex, tell us about being the editor. There were a lot of different looks. There were a lot of different angles and cuts, and the entire animation is fun. The sound effects, the superhero theme. So how did that all come into play with you as an editor? There's also a bad guy, which we won't spoil it, but there was a scene when the bad guy took over the entire village. So Alex, your take on being the editor on set.
Yeah, so, well, in animation, a lot of it is together with the crew. So part of doing the editing was working with the storyboard artists. And, during the whole production, because it was very drawn out, we had a lot of time to consider what decisions we wanted to make and even make some adjustments along the way.
So do you have a decision that was challenging, that you had to stop, have a kind of a take 5? And then...
Yeah, well, I think like in terms of the monster, the focus of the film was mostly on the girls. And so we had the whole fight scene and all those shots compositioned in such a way where we would be able to see the girls and their kind of conflict dealing with it. And I think one of the cool things about the film is that it's kind of a slice of life, but we're also getting to see that kind of perspective from these high school age girls.
Mhm.
And so it a lot of a comedic element as well. And that's something that we did in terms of the editing and the action sequences.
Yeah, you just
Yeah.
mentioned Alex slice of life. So it's very real, it's very relatable, and they were fighting over food. They were fighting over katsu, and I just thought that was just so everyday. Slice of life, slice of katsu. Sophia, can you talk about, as a wrap up, just kind of how you incorporated the sisterhood, as well as food, as well as the Hawaiian culture into your animation?
Well, when the story is built on basically the relationship, the story is pushed by like their emotional problems, like that fight is really what's motivating the story. It makes it a bit easier to really focus on the girls as opposed to making it just like an action film.
Okay.
And having it set in Hawaii and having the girls be so influenced by their different cultures, it just kind of flowed naturally that, okay, we need to research like the dances, we need to figure all this stuff out because it's already like the structure is built to have those things in it.
So Alex, did you walk away with some experience or lessons learned, especially when Sophia just mentioned observing the dances and a lot of the cultural mannerisms?
Yeah, absolutely. That actually had a big impact on the editing as well.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, some of the things, like I also did some of the sound design, and that was all kind of factors that incorporated into it as well. And so yeah, it took a lot of research. There was a lot of research that went into to make sure that we represented everything as accurately as we could. So yeah, it was definitely a learning experience for me. Um,
This is PUA Warriors. We have the director and editor here. It's cute, it's heroic, it's family fun, but make sure you check it out. Link is in our bio. This is PUA Warriors. I want to thank Sophia joining us from Hawaii and Alex from Seattle. Thank you again, guys. Have a great season.
Thank you.